Alright, looks like we're live. Hey everybody, my name's Jordan. I'm the editor at Bridge City Sessions and also one of the camera operators. It's been a little bit of a couple months since I've streamed one of these editing sessions, and it is time to get Seaside Massacre released. We're going to release the first one on Monday, and I'm going to bring you along for the editing. Right now, I'm just getting everything synced up. I got my angle, Nick's angle, and then I'm working on the wide, and here we are. Let's get this hard drive connected again. Seems like if you stop messing with it for a little bit, it decides to want to lag. This is kind of the tedious part of it, but I'm halfway finished. Alright, got 3 angles. Now we'll bring in the drums. The first of the drums. This was a really fun session, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. On previous editing sessions, I was able to bring the audio straight from the computer to the stream. For some reason, I could not get it to work this time, so we're just using the same microphone that you can hear my voice on to hear the audio from the session, and I ran some tests and it didn't seem like it was too bad, so hopefully it doesn't sound too bad for you guys. Sometimes the overhead drum cam doesn't like to auto sync, so I'm letting the here we go, the waves populate, and then I can just do it manually. Hey, Seaside Massacre. I was wondering if you guys would see that this was happening. Let's see here. Sometimes manual syncing is easy, but sometimes with the heavier stuff, it's difficult to find like obvious points to sync. But I think we're close. Let's check. Oh, nice notifications. first hit there. Cool, looks synced. Oops. Off by just a frame, I think. Alright, so everything is rough synced, and at this point I like to go in and just double check before I actually build anything. Again, like with heavier styles, it is a little bit difficult to sometimes read the waveforms correctly. One more. Alright, all synced, all checked. I guess partially checked. I do like to go in. Let's get rid of the ones we aren't using. You guys, what'd you do? 1, 2, 3, 6 takes for 4 songs. That's pretty solid. Seaside Massacre did. I don't know if we've had a band. When you come in for a session at Bridge City, we usually do 2 takes of each song. But if you nail it on the first one, there's no need to do a second. And I don't know if we've had a band do just 4 takes and that's it. But 6 takes for 4 songs is pretty solid. That doesn't happen too often. Alright, gonna visually make sure everything looks good. Oh, there I am in the shot. I don't try to go into the wide shot too often, but this band I felt like I needed a couple close-ups, so I'm willing to sacrifice that shot. Alright, all looks good. Harrower. First Blood. Making little multicam nests right there. Alright, now we can get started on the actual editing. Okay, so this is just a track, okay. that drum fill in there. Oh, Nick's been spotted. Oh, and then I've been spotted. That's a cool drum fill. I don't know if it was a mistake or it's supposed to be like that because it sounds like it could be both, but it sounds awesome. Like a stutter. Go wide. Shorten that a bit. time to go wide there. Ooh. Gotta move faster, Nick. You lost him. There we go. Let's see this whole thing again, or this whole section. Actually from... Ooh, I like this little guitarist scowl. Nice. How long was that song? Just under 4 minutes. wide. Oh, such a cool guitar part. I wish one of us would have had a close-up. Oh, dang. That's so brutal. really like that ride rhythm on the drums. Ooh. Probably go wide here. Let's see. I plopped my camera in the shot here. Just make a little marker, little note to make sure I fix that later. Cool, 2 songs. This one was a little bit short in the first, I think. Yeah, 3:19. Then we had the longest of the bunch next at 4:30.
Decades, take 1.
Maybe we can get it to 4:20 with this. Alright. $4.23. Look at that, we got it to 4:20. Okay. I'm a little bit in this shot, but I think that is not a big deal. Oh, hey, creative minds. Thanks for tuning in. Let's double check what I just did. Alright, I definitely getting the shot here. reading your messages, creative minds. So do you do mostly video, or it sounds like mostly audio? Mostly audio. Yeah, multicam productions are a lot of fun. A lot of little challenges to work out, but we've been doing it for long enough. For the most part, we have 3 people on the crew that day. 2 camera, 1 audio person. And then we have another audio person that's off-site that does all the mixing. A couple mixers, but generally 1 person does most of it. Mostly audio, some video. Yeah. Which, I mean, I'd argue audio is probably more important. You know, we could film this with DV cams and it could still be cool, but if it was trash audio, I don't know. They're both important. But. No. Nice. Did live streaming on Twitch, would you still live switcher? Would you still mix everything and then send Twitch like a clean, nice sounding audio? I did live streaming. I still do. I did a big stream just a couple days ago, multicam wedding, but I've done hundreds of streams for bands and businesses and all sorts of weird stuff.
First blood, take 2.
I'm gonna stabilize this white shot and see if it's usable. I don't know if I like it. Definitely not that. Nice stereo feed to Twitch. Nice. Where are you from, Creative Minds? Are you from Portland? I'm asking because in Portland. I haven't talked to Nick in a couple days, so I don't know who's contacted him or if anything has come through. But I know that our tracking engineer is moving, and we're going to be looking for somebody else to handle that. Ideally with their own gear, because all that's going to be sold off in time. Moved here 2 years ago. Okay, 2 weeks. So I say give us an email and let us know kind of what all you do with, sorry, a little distracted, with maybe some examples of your work. And I don't know, it might be cool to have you come in and check it out. It's good you're busy. It's cool you're mixing a podcast. I actually just started doing that for somebody 2 weeks ago. So they're on their second podcast, and I finished it last night. I don't try to put myself out there as an audio person, but I can get by on stuff that's not too complicated. I would not want to mix this band, but smaller stuff, and especially voices, decent at. And yeah, most of our sessions are on the weekends. There's a rare one of a band coming through that their tour hit Portland on a Tuesday, and they can only make it happen Monday, so we'll try to do it, but generally it's Saturday or Sundays. Nice. You've had your podcast client for 2 years? Or you're asking about mine? The podcast that I just started working on, second episode, so I've only been working with them for 2 weeks. Called Myth and Mist. Yeah, definitely reach out. Worst case, we just meet each other and maybe work together in the future if this doesn't work out. Yeah, it's a real good scene in Portland, and there's a lot of I don't know the word. Click isn't really the word, but there's a lot going on. My name's Jordan, and my company, I've been working with Bridge City Sessions for a long time, but my main thing that I make a living with is 88.8 Films, film and photography. More, all sorts of different stuff, but a lot of music as well, and just a lot of local businesses and corporate stuff and fun stuff, boring stuff. It's all enjoyable though. Yeah, totally. Whatever pays the bills, and really, even the boring stuff I have a lot of fun with. Like, as long as I have a camera in my hand, done a lot of stuff that people probably think is boring, and it's still enjoyable, luckily. Nice. Where was the open mic at? Shit. House shows, awesome. Phew, that drummer was going to town. There I am, right in the view of the camera. Nice, yeah. Return clients, and always a good thing. Let's go overhead for that. It's good bass tone. Glad the audio's coming through the stream decently. Usually I can route it coming straight from the computer to the stream, but for some reason I couldn't get that working today, so I just, this mic that you're hearing me from is the same one that's picking up the audio, and I did a test recording and it seemed good enough, so. Ah, I expected him to go down again. That's cool. Nice. Alright, everything rough edited enough. So, I am going to now go ahead and start the coloring. I think what I'm going to do for the stream is color one and then kind of build out one fully and then call it quits on the stream and finish it all in a little bit. Alright, so this overhead cam is a Sony a7R5. It's my main photo camera, but it's the one we also use for the overhead cam. And I did not film in log today, so it doesn't really need a whole lot. Really let me disable proxies. Alright, so for something like this, which doesn't really need a lot to it, I'm just going to add not that much contrast. Add just a little bit of contrast. We're going to lift. Where we at? Oh, we are on. Okay. Lift the highlights just a little. And then just add a bit of saturation. Not much there. So, before, after. It's just a little bit more punchy. You don't need to do much. And then this next one, this was filmed with a Blackmagic 6K Pro. And since, we've been doing Bridge City for so long, I have just things saved that I've built to at least get us pretty close. There's that. I'm going to warm this up though. Let's try 5200. I got a little mask here. As you can see. I like to darken, I like to keep the drummer in a nice shot and then darken the outside just a little. I think it just pulls the eye. Short film in August when you used a Blackmagic. Yeah, I've been using I have two different main cameras, the Blackmagics and an FX3 for video, and it just depends on the job. If I'm needing something that involves more motion handheld, the FX3 is a lot of fun, my go-to, but then tripods and anything more long form, the Blackmagics. Alright, we're going to add just a bit of contrast. Gotta let the drive wake up. There we go. Now we'll add a bit of contrast. I think too much. Then I have a spare note over here that just does a little bit of camera shake. Especially a band like this, when there's so much movement, I don't want a tripod look. I like to have it just dancing just a little bit. Yeah, I've put my Blackmagic on a gimbal a couple times, and it is always a challenge. Try not to do it. Alright, this wide is also Blackmagic. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe I'll lift the shadows just a little. Just a little. And then here's the camera that Nick's filming with, also a Blackmagic. Oh, that's the perfect one. Let's see. Totally, yeah. I don't try to use presets very often, but this is like my node tree that I put into just about everything. And then Bridge City when we're editing, when I'm editing something weekly, you want it to look similar. So yeah, just toss a good starting point on there. I'm not a fan of what Nick's looks like right now. We'll leave it there for now and see what it looks like compared to mine. Okay, then I'm shooting with the FX3. Definitely right off the bat. Going to adjust the color space of the saturation. Bring down the shadows. Alright, everything rough graded. I'll take that back into the main editing and look to see how they play with each other. I think this shot needs to be adjusted already. Right off the bat, I need to darken Nick's. And I think warm mine up just a little bit. And let's check again. Alright, happy with everything except for this wide shot. I think the shadows are just a little bit too crushed. Yeah, a couple that are pure black. Alright. Say that's close enough for now. Last step before I finish the stream is I'm going to add all of the bugs, the assets, all that stuff. It's like the intro and the little Bridge City tag at the bottom. The band name, song title. And I have the titles here, but I'm going to need to check them. Be surprised how many times bands send the wrong spelling or not the full title. So always double check. Grabbing some outros right now. Let's see, when was this? Yeah, so I think it was last winter in December. I have a friend of mine, Stephanie Strange, who does a lot of puppet work, and she's a great musician here in town. And I said I wanted to redo the Bridge City outros, and she was down, so she's the one that did all the puppet work at the end. Adjust the credits on this one. Mike did the tracking, and then the mix master was Frank Smith.
Alright. There's the links. You know what to do.
Yeah, these puppets were so much fun. There was a couple times where I'm sitting behind the camera plugging my nose to not laugh.
Alright. There's the links. You know what to do.
Cool. And then, see, you got this little building animation that I made this, I don't know how old, 4 years ago, and really only use it for the teaser now. Find a little bit of music for the teaser.
You got it.
Oh, you like the setup of tracking? Nice. But most of my work ends up being mixed and editing stuff. Yeah. So you're kind of like handling everything. Just kind of what I've found out that you have to do if you want to make a living in it. Just have a lot of skills that are all similar to that world, if that makes sense.
Got it. And action. What's up, guys? You got it. And action. What's up, guys? We're Seaside Massacre. What's up, guys? We're Seaside Massacre. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? We're Seaside Massacre, and you're watching Bridge City Sessions. That's the best thing, and alright, we got it. Nice session, guys. Seaside Massacre, and you're watching Bridge City Sessions.
Yeah, saying no is definitely tough. But I mean, it's cool you're able to make freelancing work for that long, and you can always go back to it full time if you don't like your day job. Or I think you said you needed to get out into the scene more, but yeah, meet other audio engineers that you like and be able to pass your stuff off to them.
That's the best thing, and alright, we got it. Nice session, guys. That's the best thing,
What's up, guys? We're Seaside Massacre, and you're watching Bridge City Sessions.
That's the mess staying in. And we got it. Nice session, guys. Session, guys.
Cool. That was a fun session and a fun edit. Still got some work to do on edit. I'm cleaning up spots where I happen to jump in the camera here, or jump in the wide shot. But we got one fully edited, and I'm gonna go ahead and add the colors to the other one and all the assets to the other ones, and this will be out on Monday. The first song will be out on Monday. But yeah, Creative Minds, definitely hit us up or hit me up. I'm gonna put my website. Let's see, you're on YouTube. I put my website on YouTube, but you can definitely hit us up through Bridge City or just me directly, and we'd love to at least talk. All right, that's it for me. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and